trike update here, and it's coming down to the wire. I only have pretty much this month left till June 30th, and then that's when the build off is over and we can start judging. Today we did a lot of work on mine, me and my mom's boyfriend, because he brought over his welder since I didn't have any or have one. But this is what it looks right now. Those handlebars are permanent. The ammo box is not mounted, the dash isn't mounted. As you guys can obviously tell, there's marking on there because there's an amp meter, the hole right there, light switch, a battery tester, which that's what that button's for, the start button, push start button, the horn, and a 12-volt cigarette plug. And I know I spelled choke wrong, but oh well. And the 12-volt cigarette plug, the reason why it's also there, because if the battery tester reads that it's dead, you can plug in the male side from like a battery charger, and it will charge this whole tractor. At least that's what I hope. Today, working on that, working on the handlebars, making a back bumper and a battery box. This is welded. This is where the back battery is going to go. It's going to be sitting up on that hitch. And this bar right here will be bolted on right here, and we'll cut that off level and flat. And then this is where my battery box is going to go. And if I really wanted to, weld another hitch right here. And then plus I wanted a back bumper anyway. The name of her is the Drill Sergeant, which I will hand paint that right here, the Drill Sergeant, or just Drill Sergeant, and it's going to be a military build. And actually, frankly, I like it. I'm going to paint the front wheel. This is a star. I'm going to paint it white. That might be black, or this whole frame is going to be green. The only thing that's staying black, well, I'm painting the back wheels black. The outside of here black, goes up all the way up onto the side over there. And buff up the chrome. Finish wiring, finish the exhaust, which I still got to do. Shit, that's also what I forgot today. And make a seat like the actual padding, and get it upholstered. Now when you sit on it, it's kind of funny because you have to lean a little bit forward, but I'm going to move the seat a little bit forward if it can. But other than that, it's just fine. So yeah, more. Hey guys, another trike update. Gotten pretty far so far this week. First things first, found me some handlebars, which they do fit just fine. As you guys can see, there are cables. This one's the clutch, and this one's going to be the front brake once I find one or make one. And this one's a twist throttle. And it does open wide open. It doesn't spring back though, but this springs here just so that it don't get stuck wide open. The original governor is still on there because the linkage is what I'm using to hook it up. The throttle, I put an electrical connector and slipped it on this side, like hooked it, and on the other side I hooked the spring up to it. Put the chain on, and yeah, I do know it's a little loose. That's because I needed a half link. Well, I didn't have one, and it's also a 1-tooth difference. So yeah, so I'm either gonna get a half link or leave it as is, and just use my idler sprocket over there. And what I finished today was my dash, except for the choke part. 12-volt plug, push button for this battery tester switch. So when I push it, it'll read how good the battery is. Amp meter, my light switch, horn, push button start, and horn. Now, I don't know if I want to put a kill switch right here, but if I find a different throttle, the kill switch is going up there. So, for right now, to test it later, I'm just going to ground it out. And the reason why it's all bolted right here is because I cut this out a little bit too big for a different switch. Well, that broke on me, so I put a plate here for that one. I'd say next week or so, I'm going to be working on the shift linkage next week. And probably 2 weeks from now, I'll actually fire up the motor and do a test run on the jacks. So, yeah, trike update. Number, I don't even know what number anymore. Alright guys, back again. When you guys last saw it, the dash and everything is done. Well, as you guys can see, I finished up the wiring today. 12 volt plug, the horn, this one. This one is the battery tester. This one's electric start. And this one's the headlights. There's two. And even has a little red LED. Now this battery tester, it's a cool little thing. It's a little dark, but you guys can kind of see it. It's just over the yellow. I'm gonna put a mark in here when the battery gets low, or at least I'm gonna do a test, like drain the battery or whatever. And when it's up to like the first dash on the red, is when I'm gonna start charging. And I'm just gonna plug a 12 volt plug in here, and it will charge it all night. Which that's what I think is really cool. Like I said, next week or the week after, or then some, gotta do shift linkage, finish the battery mount, so I gotta bolt it together. Gotta find a different clutch spring because the clutch is tight as hell, but I can still pull it back. Gotta finish the chain setup. Cut this piece of metal out, which is out of there. Which that's the original to this, like for the centerpiece. Mount the ammo boxes. Finish mounting the fenders. They're not mounted all the way up. There's still these 4 bolts on each, 2 bolts on each side. The choke, which I might just leave that for now. And probably get a new gas tank. Oh, and shift linkage. I can't remember if I said that or not. Yeah, it's getting closer, guys. So stay tuned for a running and hopefully a startup and a test to see if the driveline works. I'm going to keep it on the jacks and test to see if the driveline works. So